Hello, adventurers. My name is Maximus, and I'll be your dungeon master for this evening. I'd like to welcome you all to the 7th episode of Caches and Cantrips Campaign 2, where some of your favorite streamers play Dungeons and Dragons live on Friday nights. I'm joined by our amazing cast: Mac and Cheese Please, Nina Nikolic, Virtual Spectre, and Moves Like Jagger from the GGN crew. Bun is not going to be with us tonight. She is not feeling well, but she said she's going to watch and be in chat and I guess heckle us. Tell us what we're doing wrong.
I don't see her.
Anyway.
She's a liar.
Uh-oh. Well, last time I saw she was in bed, so it might take a minute. But anyway,
I guess. No.
Yeah, you guess. Up seat, there she is. You've summoned her. Boom heckled. But anyway, hopefully y'all are ready to play some D&D tonight. Couple of cool things on the old announcements agenda. So for YouTube monetization, we are over 60% of the watch hours that we need last time I saw. So thank you all for checking out our YouTube. And if you haven't yet, it's right there in the chat. You can go look at it right now and go see all the fun videos that we have. There's currently a short with Mac talking about sleepovers with bad guys. That's one of the latest ones from campaign 1.
Okay.
I think it went well.
Was that? Yeah, that was campaign 1. Yeah,
it was campaign 1. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So a little fun video there. Also for our podcast, I think last week we were almost to 3,100 plays. We're like over 3,200 now. So thanks for listening to our podcasts. You know, we have our out of combat episodes. We have our episodes, adventure episodes, campaign 2 episodes is what I'll call them.
Yeah.
We have those as well as our Tome of Knowledge episodes. So thanks for listening to them. Appreciate you for taking an interest in our podcast. If you don't know where to find them, it's on Spotify podcast, Apple, Google, all the other podcast apps. As many podcast apps as I could humanly distribute them to, it's on there. But aside from that, like I said, episodes every Friday night, 6 p.m., which is where you are right now. And then on Mondays, we have Tome of Knowledge at 6 p.m. where we talk about D&D things. And then Tuesdays, we have our art streams with Bun at 7 p.m. Pacific. And then Thursdays is when we drop our Out of Combat episodes only on podcasts and YouTube. So you got to go check that stuff out if you want to get the behind the scenes of each episode. And if you haven't yet, go take a look at our Patreon. We're going to be adding some more fun things in the future. And I think Bun told me that some of the art that she does for the NPCs and characters, we're going to start uploading some line drawings for coloring. So if you want to color your own NPC or D&D character, she's going to get those ready and available for you. I honestly don't remember the last time I colored anything. I was never good at it. I was an outside the lines kind of kid, for sure.
That checks out.
Wow, what does that mean?
Just that your creativity can't be stifled by lines, Max, because you're so creative in the games, and I don't know how you do all this world building.
That was a great spin.
That's a great save. Thank you.
Mac just rolled a nat 20 on her persuasion.
Deception? I'll say deception. Deception for sure.
Listen, y'all, I'm tired, and that ADHD filter is it's coming, guys.
That's okay.
What happens today?
That's okay. No worries.
It makes for a great game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let the chaos reign.
Yeah, it's gonna be Mac unfiltered today. And I'm here for it.
Oh no. Is this where I get canceled? No.
Oh no. No. It's just your character will be extra spicy today.
Yeah.
And then as always, you can come join Discord, come hang out with us, find out when we're live, talk about whatever you want. So yeah. Anyway, I think that's all I have to talk about. Do any of you have anything you want to talk about? You want to share your feelings with anybody?
No, I'm just out here trying to reorganize my desktop so I can see everything.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Nina, from away from home base, working on one tiny little laptop screen.
It's all good. I just have to toggle between chat sometimes.
Mm-hmm. If anyone can do it, you can do it. You're a pro. I believe in you. But with that being said, I think we're ready to dive into tonight's episode of Casters and Cantrips. Yes? I say yes.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
So our adventure last left off with our wayward crew at a set of derelict stairs leading up to Mount Cabradon. They were halted by a halfling woman and a dwarven man, keeping them from going any further on the trail. The party informed the newcomers that they were merely trying to go past them to head into the mountain to assist their charged Samuel in his pilgrimage to become a priest of the Lightsmith. The halfling woman named Navira informed the group that she and her people considered the mountain sacred and were tired of the church, the Lightsmith, going into the mountain, removing magma and defacing it in general, in their opinion. The party began negotiations with the druid Navira, and at first it seemed like there was no path to negotiating. However, after a quick aside with Samuel, he guaranteed that he could help Azric to sway the druid's opinion using magic. After a second wave of conversation with Samuel's help, Navira agreed to let Samuel and the group inside the mountain. She gave the party until the following morning to do their business and be out of the area. In return, the party agreed to set up a negotiation with the high priest Adamir and the druid's leader. After a treacherous climb for the rest of the day, the group made their way up Mount Cabradon. They were able to find the entrance leading inside to the magma-filled chambers, but when they entered, the group encountered a hostile denizens of the mountain. After defeating them in battle, they continued further into a second chamber. While they were inside, they bribed a pair of magma mephits with trinkets to get them to leave the chamber. And finally, Samuel was able to collect the magma he needed, and the party headed back towards the city-state of Linares. That is where we'll begin our episode for the evening. So, you all have, I believe, spent the rest of the day getting as far away from the mountain as possible to make sure that you were out of the area when the druids came back. So you were once again back into the heart of the jungle, it seems, trying to make your way back to Linares.
A little bit exhausted, but well rested.
Yeah, that is true.
Ironically.
I believe you had 2 levels of exhaustion, and you made it about as far as you could. And I think we were right where you were about to camp. So.
No, we did camp, and Azric woke up from a nightmare.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Man, I should have put that in the intro. But you know what?
I have exhaustion level 1. Is that because we had our long rest while Azric was having the worst rest of his life? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, you were at 2 levels of exhaustion, and then when you sleep, you remove 1. So now you're only at 1. So Hayden, you would be at 1 level of exhaustion in this case.
Okay.
Would I still be at 2 because I had a best?
No, you had your full night's sleep until that very short part where it wasn't very restful.
Okay. All right.
But no, it's fine. So with that being said, as promptly corrected from Mac, you all have woken up, and the rest of the day is yours. At this pace, I believe you are going to be 3 days out from the city-state proper.
Well, I'm still exhausted, but I believe that We should continue on our way. These jungles are still not safe. We can't linger too long.
I agree.
Yep, let's go.
I'm going as fast as I can, my friends. Oh,
Wait, no rush, but we shouldn't tarry.
we should get a hustle on. Samuel?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I forgot you were here. Oh, sorry, Samuel.
Well, I mean, we're in a cave, so there's not really anywhere else to go here.
I can't explain it. You just ceased to exist for just moments, up out of nowhere.
I mean, that's not really what happens, but okay.
Some kind of plane shifting ability.
No, I can be really quiet.
He's a very unassuming lad.
Well,
Come on
anyway,
then,
off we
boy,
go.
Pack up your belongings. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. So I need someone to make a survival roll for me to see how well you navigate through the jungle.
I can do
both
it.
me to do it.
I don't know who has good survival.
Whoever wants to.
I can do it. I have survival.
Kill that roll.
10.
A 10.
I got a 24 if that helps.
Okay. Normally it'd be 1, but that's okay. I'll take the average there. In between them, I think is fair. So you've been roughly this direction before, so while it's not easy travel, you can kind of get your bearings. So you're going about the pace that you would expect. You're not going to get lost. It just sucks to travel in the jungle more than anything. So as you're making your way through, I need someone to roll a d8 for me.
All right. A 4.
A 4. Okay, so as you're traveling along through the rest of the day, sort of trudging through the undergrowth of the jungle, about halfway through the day, just an extremely heavy rain sort of just descends upon this part of the island. Not quite monsoon levels, but just it's like the sky opened up and is just pouring down this rain.
Hoods up.
As it should be. And with the rain sort of being this heavy, everything's lightly obscured, and everyone has disadvantage on perception checks that are going to rely on sight. And it's going to impose disadvantage on anyone that's trying to make perception checks that rely on hearing as well.
But is that also works in favor of us too, if we're trying to be. So
absolutely.
Just throwing that out there.
Absolutely. And then if you have any open flames, they're extinguished almost immediately, unless it's some sort of magical means. But as you were sort of trudging through the jungle with this heavy rain, you make your day's worth of travel, and you find or try to find some place to rest. So pretty uneventful travel day, other than it's just raining very heavily.
Oh, haven't felt rain like this in several decades.
Several decades.
Oh, yes. Isn't it beautiful? She's literally just standing in the middle of the rain, just living her best life.
Hayden's using like You ever seen one of those in the rainforest? Those plants, the big broad leaves. He's just like huddled underneath one of those. He's like, I don't know what's wrong with you. I'm soaked to the bone. Are we making our rest? We did go for a whole day, right?
Yeah, you've gone for a whole day, so it's time for a rest. If y'all want to give me your watch order, then you can go to sleep for the evening.
I'll watch first. I want to enjoy the rain.
Yeah, no.
There, man.
I can do first as well.
I'll
Go
take
on.
second.
Alrighty, so first watch comes up, and then this evening I will say, and you're not going to be assailed by any monsters or otherwise, but if you'd like to use your watches to discuss or talk about anything with your partner on watch, you're more than welcome to do so.
We're just sitting in the rain, no fire. And go.
You're right there, love. And Kuda's just like trying to cover Hayden with her little like scarf around his, like a little babushka. Got to warm you up, dear.
I appreciate the help, but it's going to take me at least 3 days to dry off, I think. Did you really mean it when you said you hadn't had a rain like this in decades?
Oh, yes. It can get a bit dry. Well, not like this. There has been rain, but not like this.
So, we're just incredibly unlucky then.
Unlucky? This is the best luck we've had in a long time. And she like stares out the edge of the camp, you know, power pose, just, the serenity.
Yes, it's something. So, are we gonna like ask for way more money than we should be making for this job, or?
I don't know about the money, but I do wonder how much this man was keeping from us before he sent us up that mountain into certain death and doom and gloom with those fireworms.
I think it's quite clear that you kept more than enough information from us. I could have a long talk with Saria. Saria? And see if she was aware of this. Because I don't much appreciate it if she was keeping this fact from me.
I am curious as to how they've been doing these pilgrimages before, because the whole room, I wish we could have stayed a little longer to look at all those artifacts and the books, but I do wonder how the books all lasted so long right next to the magma. And all of these lightsmith artifacts all over the place. So I do wonder how contested this land is, and I do feel for the druids.
Right. Not having any clue as to who occupied the space first. I do think it's a little strange, though. I think magma tends to be a relatively inexhaustible resource, so I'm not sure why the druids are being as petty as they are.
This magma is particularly special, though.
Right.
There's something that I would love to study further. I have noticed that Samuel's magma from his pilgrimage hasn't cooled yet, it seems. And it's quite odd indeed. I haven't seen anything like it in my whole life.
Well, I can't help you in that regard. All I see is hot rock, and in fact, there was a lot of it, so I'm not sure what the squabble's about, but I do think we're owed at least answers, if not higher compensation. So I think upon arriving back at civilization, a few choice words need be said.
I will leave that to you and
Leave
Azric
it
and
to
Taj
Azric,
to
yes.
have those words. I don't need much myself.
And
I
we all
just do
know,
wish the best for those people.
hey, we all know Azric has that silver tongue, so I think he's best suited for that one. Shall we wake the others?
Yes, yes, indeed. I think it's time to
All right.
have a.
I'll wake the others then. And I'll go, and as she falls asleep, I'll go and wake Taj and Azric and Emmy or whatever. Wake up. You two are up.
Oh, already. All right. So used to taking first watch.
Well,
Oh,
you look a little worse for wear. I wanted you to have some time to shut your eyes.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Right? Anything that Azric and Taj would like to discuss?
Oh, Taj, standing in this rain makes me wish we were back on the open sea.
I, in due time, we will be back in the sea. Maybe we can work on getting another boat.
That's the plan. I hope we are able to steal one way or another.
It would be better if we didn't have to pay for one.
Well, we have our ways, as we do.
I can sort that out when we get it down.
If we are going to steal a ship, then we must be prepared to camouflage it. Change the ship name, as you would do, or perhaps paint it another color. We'll need a new flag, of course, since we'll be starting our own crew this time instead of being part of someone else.
I can work on that. Maybe something in my arsenal might be able to help one day, but not at the moment.
Right. Well, I think we should ask for way more money, because this job has gone way farther off the rails than I anticipated.
Do you suppose we do that, even though we signed a contract?
It's very true, but maybe our good boy Samuel might put in a good word for us with his grandfather.
You can see
Does he even know how to put in a good word?
You can see Samuel, since there's no fire because it's raining. He's sort of just like huddled up and is like hugging the little vessel with the lava inside it to keep warm. He's kind of just shaking, just like holding it close to him.
Oh, damn it, Samuel! How do you do this every time? I can't believe it.
He's asleep.
Why
He's
is
not
he
awake.
Oh, all right.
He's just laying there.
Oh, amazing. Even when he's sleeping, I don't even know he's here. Well, you do look beautiful in the rain, Arch, I must say.
And I like take my head in a way where like the moon it like helps glisten on my skin as like this as the rain comes down, you know, like in a movie.
It's like that picturesque movie moment where you're like in the rain and like somehow like your hair doesn't look like just like a wet rat. It's just like perfect.
No, like it looks great.
Yeah.
She looks awesome. Literally.
Anyways, there's a woman here. amazing. It's raining at the same time. I believe our shift has ended. We should wake the others and continue forward.
I
well-
Asvik,
Yes.
are you okay? Are those dreams coming back?
Oh, it's strange. I thought I was past. I was over, but this one felt so much more real. Than, I don't know what to make of it.
It has been a while.
Yes. Well, I was drowning again.
Hmm.
And even though it was a dream, I felt it in my lungs.
You know what I say about dreams? They are the window to the soul.
Yeah, I know.
There is something that you need to work out.
I think this time it's much deeper than before.
We will figure it out together, like we did last time.
What would I do without you, Tosh?
And I like lean in a little bit, you know, like you would.
Hazard, we'll wait a few extra moments for waking everyone up.
And I will say too, is based on your characters' backgrounds, you absolutely would know, since you talked about the pros and cons of buying a ship versus procuring a ship. Any good like sailing vessel, like a new vessel that can get you anywhere like into the ocean, is like 10,000 gold. You might get lucky and find a junker at like a fraction of that, but you're at least several thousand gold deep to have
No, we're
any
totally
kind of
gonna
ship.
steal one.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like
Green
yeah,
Theft
so
ship.
so yeah, you're either, you know, beg, borrow, and steal, or you know, however means, but purchasing one is a major commitment financially. So
Or maybe we can get that king to give us one for our troubles.
alrighty.
The priest.
And I will say too, is you all talked him up to 175 per person, so you're getting almost 900 gold, not counting what you found already too. So not chump change.
Yeah, but it's our chump change.
Anyway, with that being said, the watch has ended. It is now the next day. The rain is still coming down. It has not let up. So you anticipate you have probably another day in the jungle, and then after that, it's smooth sailing straight back to Linares, over sort of just flatlands. So another survival roll for someone to traverse the jungle.
I was hoping this rain would let up in the morning, but my gods.
I said last night, we might be one of the unluckiest crew out there right now.
At least we were not assaulted during our rest, so
Just fair.
hopefully today will be a much easier trip than yesterday.
Well, let's leave it up to chance.
Taj, dear, would you please guide us to a better path?
I will try. Same shit, 10.
A 10. A 10's enough. Since you only have one day remaining in the jungle, you're not like in the deep part of it. You can see a way out, so that's enough to just not get lost. You're not going to make up any time. You're not going to lose time. You're right where you need to be at this point. So as you're continuing on, you see light at the end of the tunnel, and have someone else roll a d8 for me to figure out what happens today.
An 8.
an 8. Okay. So you all are sort of on this onward march of just like mud and muck and just dragging your feet. You know, any normal person would just hate the jungle at this point. It's cold, it's wet. There's it's not any fun, really.
Lots of athlete's foot going on.
Yeah, not the best. But you make your way, and then you find sort of a small stream coming through the jungle. There's some rock facings that are kind of going up and over it. But there's just a nice little stream that's kind of moving at a little more rapid pace than usual because of all the rain. And for all you know, the rain might have just caused this sort of impromptu stream. So Samuel gets excited, runs up to the stream, and starts filling up his sort of his water skin, as he had apparently drank through his rations already for the day.
Is this like I assume this is not like a picturesque, like clear water stream. This is like rushing muddy water.
Yeah, it's a little clearer than usual just because it's just full of just rainwater at this point. But
Okay.
yeah, it's probably not, I don't know, it'd be like a 50-50 shot of whether you wanted to drink it. I think the rain is carrying a lot of the sediment out, so it's probably safer than it normally would be, which would probably be pretty gross, like muddy water otherwise.
But if you're looking a way to get water, look at this neat trick, Samuel. And I will find like a big like banana leaf and like curl it and let the rain water flow from the giant leaf into the water skin.
Well, why didn't you teach me that when we were in the jungle for like a week?
We had plenty of water. What do you mean?
Is this
Well,
common sense?
Well, I'm kind of thirsty. I guess I'll do that instead of, I mean, is leaf water better than like stream water?
Yes, because it's naturally coming from the rain. Normally, water has a certain amount of bacteria and microbes in it that can give you upset tummy. Drinking from
And you're
rain.
far less likely to shit your pants by drinking water off the leaf than from the ground.
I was hoping to say it more elegantly, but yes, you will shit your pants.
Right. Okay. I understand what Haydan is saying, but I don't know what you're saying. What's a micro?
It doesn't matter. Point is, if you're going to drink from the river or a pond, whatever, you should boil the water first, and that will clean the water through heat. You understand? But if you drink straight from the rain, like find this leaf here and curl it and create a funnel, and then as you notice, as it captures the rainwater, it creates a spout. You can fill your water skin or just drink straight from the leaf.
Cool. He just like holds his water skin up to the leaf that you've curled up and just like letting it run into there.
At least you're learning, I guess.
Oh yeah, Grandpa says it's important to just like always like learn, like all the time.
Knowledge is indeed power, dear.
Wish you would have shared a little bit more knowledge with us, but
Oh, yes, that's a discussion to be had when we get
I
there,
know.
I suppose.
let's keep moving.
I do concur.
We have to like navigate around this thing, or is it small enough we can hop over it, or?
It's small enough. So
Okay.
as you're sort of just inspecting the river, and Taj and Cooter are with you, Azric is getting Samuel his leaf water. Cooter, I think you're the only one that can see this at the moment. You can see sort of like mounds of like dirt coming up under like the jungle floor, and you're sort of inspecting what's going on, you see directly in your sights, Azric, as you're holding this leaf up for Samuel, that a giant insectoid creature bursts from the ground directly in front of you two. And I would like for both of you, or I guess for everyone, to roll initiative for me. Not just both of you, everybody.
Snap. Okay. All right.
15.
Hold on, let me get to that screen really quickly.
Oh God.
We'll show everybody what's going on at home. Okay, Cooter, you said 15.
Yes.
What about Taj?
19.
19. Hayden?
Let me math. 24.
24. And Azric?
19.
19. High rolls. Alrighty. Got it. Okay. At this point, Hayden, you are going to be surprised. You're no longer surprised after this.
Okay.
Another creature is going to burst out of the ground the other side of the river here. And they alrighty. Hayden, I need you actually to do nothing. This is a ranged attack. A 10, which I don't believe is gonna hit you. So you see it's sort of and these insects are very creepy looking. They have sort of mantis-like sort of arms here with sort of what's the word I'm looking for here? How to describe a mantis? They have their pincer arms, I guess. I don't know.
Like a praying mantis?
Yes. Their front arms are like that. They have several sets of legs behind them. But their head's more broad and flat, multiple eyes, and they have extremely large mandibles. And you see the mandibles open up on this one, and you see a liquid form inside and just shoots it at you. However, it's not enough to hit you or to hit your AC. So you see this big sort of pile of like green goop hit the floor, like the forest floor next to you, and it just starts to quickly like harden, almost to like a carapace. That's going to be their turn though. Taj.
Let's see. How far are they? I didn't use the ruler tool.
Oh, you're
Okay. Right. Let's start off with
It's my
firebolt.
fault. You'll be surprised until next round. That's my fault.
Oh, just kidding. Okay.
Yep, my bad. Next time. Save that for next time. Same for Azric. He's the only person who saw him with the perception, passive perception, was Cooter.
Okay.
My bad. Okay, this one does something similar towards you, Hayden.
I am quite perceptive for my age.
Yeah, your passive perception's a 19, so this one's going to move in this direction here, I think. Yeah, they're going to move next to their compatriot over here.
Oh my god, I didn't see the other two.
Yeah.
They're popping out of the ground, so...
My tiny, tiny monitor.
So the same thing that you saw earlier, Hayden, is sort of open its mandibles, and this one's sort of just same type of creature, different sort of maybe different type of job. Think like worker ants versus like soldier ants, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
This one opens its mandible, and a similar sort of ooze comes out of its mouth. Let's see. But both Hayden and Taj, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Boy.
I also have an uh-oh. 5.
Dex save. That's 11.
Okay. You both fail. You will take 13 acid damage. So unlike the goop that sort of hardened, this is just like a spit of acid in a direct line that goes through you and Taj.
Can you repeat how many damage again? 13, I think.
13. Yep. This one here is going to open its mandibles and let's see. Forgot to pull up old Samuel's character sheet. He doesn't need it, right? He'll be fine.
Yeah.
So they do hit Samuel, and this sort of goop is the kind that sort of hardens, and you can see it spits and it hits him and sort of oozes to the ground, and then just that whole thing hardens around him, and he's currently restrained. So he ain't going anywhere. Cooter, you actually had the perception just to see something was off, so you can act in this round.
Huge. Question before I do. I just found infusions in my character sheet.
Yeah.
Do I need to like use an action to use any of those, or can I just, there's only like one thing I can use it for?
Which one were you going to use?
So the only one I can use is returning weapon on my Yakulwa.
Yep.
That's like
fine.
the only thing that I have.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Because I was like, I could have been using this the whole time and I didn't know. Okay, cool. This weapon grants +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it, and returns to the wielder's hand immediately after it is ranged attack. So now I can yeet my Yakulwa anywhere I want
Yeah, you can.
for 30 feet, and it'll come right back like a boomerang. That being said, let me get my ruler out. This one's 35. This one's 30. Yeah, I'm gonna piff it. I'm gonna piff my Yakulwa, the one that attacked Samuel.
Yep, he sort of encased him in this hardening goop.
Yeah, that guy over there. I'm gonna throw. Actually, let me. Can I booming blade? Booming blade has to be in melee range, though.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna piff my Yakulwa at him.
Go for it.
My digital dice are in jail. That was a 6 to hit.
6 is not gonna cut it. Alrighty. And another one comes out. It is going to move here and spit another line between Azric and Samuel. So Azric, I need you to make a dex saving throw. And if I remember correctly, since Samuel is restrained, I think he automatically fails. Let's check though. No, they just have disadvantage, so he gets to at least try. He fails.
That boy is dead.
17.
So you save, so you take 6 rounded down, or 6 halves, so you take 3, and then Samuel's gonna take 6. It's acid damage. Okay. Samuel is surprised, so he can't do anything. So Hayden, back to the top.
So, for my directional purposes, which way were we trying to head?
This way.
Which way?
I'm pinging it on the map.
Oh, okay.
Across the river.
Right.
Southwest.
Sure. Yep. That way, bottom left.
You said these are pretty big bugs, right?
Yeah.
They're,
like Starship Troopers, big bugs.
right. Yeah, Hayden just turns around and says, "I'm doing my part." This is bad. Very, very bad. I'm going to quickly turn to Cooter and Tosh and be like, "This is a horrible situation. I think our only option is to try and run as fast as we can away from these creatures. I don't see a way to win this." And he's going to, let's see, let me get out my thing here. Shit. He's going to, I'm trying to tell what I'm looking at on the map. Is that big rock like arched in the air, or is it laying down across?
It's laying down
screen?
across.
Okay, I'm gonna move this way. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, leap. That's a pretty easy leap, right?
I can't see
Across.
that because you haven't moved.
Oh, if
my
I
side.
I move 15 here to leap across this gap.
Yeah, you got that. That's easy.
Leap across 20, 25, and 30. Am I able to... I don't know how tall these rocks are. If I...
You get some cover from there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if I crouch, would it be enough to break line of sight to the point where I can try to hide?
No, I'd call that half cover. That's the thing about hiding is unless you get completely like out of their sight, like they saw you run behind that rock and crouch behind that rock, so you can't really hide because they know that you're behind that rock in this case.
Right, okay.
You know, hiding would be like if you ducked into a room and they didn't know where you were in that room and you could try and hide like in a corner or something like that. But kind of out in the open, you're kind of screwed in that regards.
Okay. Well, unless I want to dash or something. You know, I'm going to hang out with the half cover here.
Okay.
And I'm going to wait. I don't want to leave everybody behind, so I want to wait and see what Taj and Cooter do, and I want to see what happens. I don't want to just leave them, so I'm going to hang out right here, half cover, like crouched on my knee.
Okay.
All
Next is going to be this one. And they see you making a break for it, so... You're going to move this way. And... let's see, that's 30 feet. Yeah, and they're gonna try and spit that goop at you. I think half cover is it plus 5 to your AC? Plus 2 is half cover. 3/4 is plus 5. Okay. So plus 2 to your AC. They're gonna roll. 15, 18. It's an 18 to hit. What's your AC plus 2?
17.
17. Okay, yeah, they hit just enough. And you sort of see this goop come at you, and same to what happened to Samuel, is it connects and you're gonna be restrained as well. And you can see the stuff hardening kind of at your feet, leaving you stuck. You can kind of glean from this that you could probably either use your strength to just force your way out of it, or you think that either you or someone else could hack away at this thing and maybe chip it away to where you could move again. Either way would be a way to escape it.
Okay.
And that's all they're gonna do. Taj.
I look at Azric and kind of nod, and then I twin spell invisible on myself and Cooter.
Okay. You all are invisible.
Let's go.
And then I tell Cooter, do not cast spells, it will not work anymore. And then I go a similar path that Hayden did and move like here.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Gotcha. You could move 5 more feet if you wanted to. Otherwise, you can stay there.
Sure.
Okay. Azric. Samuel's stuck and he's panicking.
Like, Samuel, we're gonna get out of this, but you need to break free from that stuff.
Well, what do you mean break free? How do I do it?
Hash it with something hard.
Okay.
But I'm gonna cast invisibility on us, so don't cast any spells.
Wait, okay, hold on. Okay. How do I? Okay.
Use your bucket, whatever. Hammer. And I'm gonna twin spell invis us.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna say we're gonna run towards Hayden. Or would it take me a full action to try to help Samuel break free first?
Yeah, I would. He either has to make a strength check or has to bash the thing, which he's invisible now, so if he bashes it, he's going to be uninvisible because it's an attack.
Okay. Well, then I'm just going to help him break free first before invisibility.
Yeah. Or he could make a strength check, up to you.
Okay.
Whatever your heart tells you.
Heart says to help him now.
Okay.
I won't be able to see him if he fails.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll do that first.
Okay. I will. Yeah. So are you gonna try and pull him out, or are you gonna hack away at the stuff?
I'm gonna try to pull him off.
Just make a strength check.
Ooh. 13.
It's just enough.
Whew.
You pull him out of the muck, and you can hear it kind of crack and just crumble underneath him. And he is out of it. So he will no longer be restrained.
And then I will run 30.
Okay. Alrighty. Up next is this one. It is going to there. It's gonna take a bite out of Hayden. I think because you're restrained, it's gonna have advantage against you. That is a natural 20.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, hold on. I need to math.
You don't need the math.
He's dead. No, just kidding.
Okay, 25 damage.
Okay.
Lord.
I'm down.
Okay.
Or in its stomach, whichever.
What's that?
And I'm down or in its stomach, whichever.
No, it's not gonna eat you at the moment. Okay. Hayden goes down. And this one can't see anybody else. So it's gonna swipe at Samuel. Natural 1. Lucky Samuel. Alright, so that misses. Cooter, you're invisible.
I'm trying to run, but I can't use my expeditious retreat, so I'm just trying to run.
It's like 30, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
30.
I think we're all 30.
So I
Also
can
dash.
just.
Yeah, you could dash if you wanted.
I feel more like 40 though, to be honest.
I think right here is the furthest I can go. Because, yeah, if I use Expeditious Retreat, that's magic, so I'll be very sad if I popped out right here.
Okay. Up next is this one. It's gonna move over to you, Azric, and try and bite you. $14 to your AC.
Yes.
You take 8 damage total.
Ooh.
Low rolls. Samuel, you pull him free, you leave, and then this thing comes up right in front of him and starts trying to bite him. He is gonna disengage the hell out of there. And he's just gonna run across this rock and then see that he's running right into another sort of they're boxed in basically is what's happening. So that's gonna end his turn. Hayden, I need you to make a death saving throw for me and go ahead and DM that to me. And while you're doing that, I would like you to describe a memory that comes up in Hayden's mind as his life starts to flash before his eyes.
Okay. Roll. So briefly in Hayden's mind, he sees a sunlit dock, and he is waiting expectantly as he sees a ship with familiar sails on the horizon making its way towards the dock, and that's it.
All right. And DM me your result of your roll. Up next will be this one, and it's going to see Samuel. It's going to try and spit its goop at Samuel to try and restrain him again. But Samuel rolls a dex save just enough to get out of it. So I don't know what that poor kid's doing, but he's dodged, or is it dodge, dip, dive, and dodge his way through the jungle away from these creatures. Taj.
Can I like help Hayden? Like I don't know how that works.
Yes. So if someone is unconscious, You can either heal them, feed them a potion, and make a medicine check to stabilize them, which doesn't give them any HP back, but keeps them from dying. But let me look at invisibility to make sure what would pull you out of it.
Yeah, it just says attacks or cast a spell.
Yeah, so that wouldn't count. So you could try and tend to him while you're invisible.
So what are my options? Stabilize him or...
Yep. If you have a potion on you, you could feed him a potion. That would get him back up.
I think we don't have shit on us because I thought we bought stuff, but maybe we didn't.
I believe last session
You found some potions.
there's a list of stuff that y'all got. There are two potions of healing in the group, potion of climbing and some spell scrolls and a cloak and a staff.
All right, I'm gonna feed him that potion then.
Yep. I'll say that in this case that you happen to have one of them on you.
Yeah.
For next time, and make sure that if y'all get loot, put them on somebody's character sheet so they got it. So, giving someone else a potion will take your action. So, go ahead and roll the dice to see how much Hayden gets back.
I'm going to
2d4 plus 2.
Okay, never
Is
mind.
the potions.
2d4 plus 2 on each, or a plus 2 total?
2d4 plus 2 total.
Hold on.
That's a lot of fucking dice.
Please.
I hear so much going on over there.
I couldn't find the d4s. I just dumped them out. 7.
That's a damn good roll for a
Yeah,
potion of
it is.
healing.
4 and a 1, baby.
Not like that 3 you got last campaign.
You know what? I literally loathe potions of healing. I think they're the dumbest things I've ever seen in the whole history of D&D. But you know what? That's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I mean, we changed the rules this campaign, so if you're drinking it yourself, it's bonus action. But now, Hayden, you are thrust awake from your unconsciousness as you don't know what happened because you don't see a damn thing because Taj is invisible.
How much was sorry?
7.
7.
7.
Anything else you'd like to do, like move or anything, Taj?
I whisper in his ear and I'm like, "Get up, you dummy, let's go." And I go.
Is that an angel?
I can't. I gotta zoom in to get the little. And then if he says that, I'm like, "I could be an angel to you if you want." 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 5, 10. I'm so bad at math. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We'll say I'm here. Plus or minus. I don't fucking know. Like, whatever.
I like to think after he hears that, he looks over, sees the giant bug, and is like, "Nope, definitely in one of the hells."
Yep, you would be right here. It's 30. It's 1 less because you have to go through Hayden. Hayden is difficult terrain at the moment. All right, Azric.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Azric is going to cast a spell. I find it. I don't have a lot of spells. I should be able to find it easily. Shatter.
Okay, changing up the strategy.
Yeah. Yes.
What's the size of Shatter? Is it 30
10 feet.
foot? It's 10 feet?
Yeah, 10 foot. Here.
Got it.
A radius. 10 foot radius. Unless, wait, can I? Is that enough to smack these two? Is that enough?
Let
No,
me
it's
see.
I can only do one, I think.
Trying to see Shatter because on the character sheet it's a little picture, so I don't know if it's the radius or because most spells do radius, some do like diameter. So I'm just trying to make sure.
Yeah, it's 10 foot radius.
So 20-foot circle. So where do you want to drop that?
If I can hit both of the mantis things, that's towards the south of us.
You sure can, and you can
Okay.
even avoid Cooter.
Beautiful. All right, they need to make a Constitution saving throw of 13.
Okay, let's take a look. This one fails,
Excellent.
and this one fails by 1.
Wow. All right. Yeah. So I'll super loud noise. They take 3d8 thunder damage.
Ooh-wee.
Okay. They take 18 thunder damage.
Ooh, very nice. And I believe shatter. Let's see. Yeah, so you hear a loud, almost blends in with some of the thunder going on around you all.
All right.
You said 18.
Yes. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to summon a Tenny. If you want to give me a huge one, that's fine.
I need to remember to just make a small one.
Yeah, I'm going to do it right next to me in front of this guy. Maybe it'll distract him, maybe not. That's what I'm hoping for.
Right there.
Yeah, perfect.
Alrighty, you can see this one is not having a great day. This one looks pretty hurt, but still willing to fight.
Oh, okay. All right. They look rather weak. They're not as strong as we think they are.
All right. This one. Let's see here. All right, you're still restrained, Hayden, even though that you are on the ground.
I can stand up, right?
It's not your turn yet.
Oh.
So this one is gonna try and grapple you. You can make a, let's see. Yep, so they're gonna make an athletics check against you. You can either use acrobatics or athletics.
Well, I'll use acrobatic. It's a natural 20 for a total of 27.
Very nice. This one got a 17. So it tries to like grab you with its long like pincers here. And you just sort of just roll out of the way, even though you're stuck in place at your feet. You're just avoiding it. It's just trying to grab you. Looks like it's trying to take you somewhere. Up next is this one. It is going to follow Samuel along here and try and bite him.
Wait.
Very nice. So it's gonna miss. It looked like it was. It looks like it had Samuel dead to rights. As in he was probably gonna die from a critical hit, but then it misses last moment. So it.
No one
takes
can see this, but Taj like winks.
Mm-hmm. So it has both its claws up and then strikes down like at an angle towards Samuel, and in the last second they hit like right next to him, and he's kind of stuck there in the middle with his eyes wide. Cooter.
Run, boy, run!
He's doing the best he can.
I'm still in Viz, right?
You are.
Okay, cool. So now I can just heckin' dash for
You
my
can.
whole ass life. Like, oh, but the thing is, I don't want to go too far. Like, I still want to be useful just in case, but nah, fuck it. I'm going all the way over here. Whee! I'll see you on the other side, lads. Stay safe. Run! She just like yeets. Because Tash screamed at her to GTFO, so she does just that.
Yeah, you see that the leaves and underbrush sort of you don't see Cooter hauling ass, but you see the underbrush sort of moving back and forth. That's really funny is I think the only person without help that could straight up outrun these things is Hayden. Being a rogue anyway. Okay. Up next is this creature. I'm gonna look at your feature for your magical tentacle.
Okay.
I don't think it has anything in there that because it can't be hit, it's just a spectral thing, so I don't think it's gonna confuse it. It will just help you in battle. So I'm gonna have this one try and bite at you. That's an 18 to hit.
Oh yeah.
You take 11 damage. And 11 damage. Alrighty, up next is gonna be Samuel. I think pretty much. I don't think he can do a whole lot other than just
Dash?
If he dashes, he'll get an attack opportunity on him.
Oh, he's that close.
Real
I gotcha.
Yeah, he's real close. So I'll move him as soon as I'm able to. Having some issues with my map. There we go. Cool. He's gonna disengage and just try and get out of there. All right, Hayden, it is your turn.
Rhyme. Well, Hayden's gonna try and rise to his feet.
Yep, you can stand.
Okay. And you said the one sitting in front of me is like already hurt.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. This is interesting. While I'm stuck here, I'm gonna take a strike at that guy.
You're restrained, so it'll be at disadvantage.
It's like my.
There's goo on your feet.
You're still gooped.
You have to like attack it to get it off, or like try to get it off.
Mm-hmm. You can either try and use a strength check to free yourself from the goop, or you can attack the goop and try and do enough damage to just chip it away.
Okay.
Yeah, this happened before you went down, but you're still restrained from it.
Okay. I didn't know restraint made me have disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, never mind. Yeah, I guess I'll strike at my feet then and try to get this stuff broken.
All right, go ahead and make a roll.
Is it with disadvantage? Against my feet?
No, I'll say this one won't.
Okay. Let's see. That's 5, or not 5, sorry. 10 plus 5, so 15.
That hits.
Cool. Yep. For 8 damage.
Yep. So you're no longer restrained.
Okay. I what do I want to do here?
You still have your bonus action, so you could attack with an offhand, or you could use your rogue bonus action stuff.
True. You know what? Why not? Because I don't have to do something weird to disengage. As long as I attack this guy, I can do that anyway. So, yeah, I guess I'll try and stab the thing with my short sword.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay. That's 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. A minute.
You will have sneak attack as well.
So yeah, that's what I was trying to remember. I knew I had something for that.
Yeah, your swashbuckler is if you're on a one-on-one, you'll get sneak attack essentially.
So that'll be. Math is hard. 9 damage total
9 damage.
against that guy.
This one is not looking good.
And because I'm a swashbuckler, I can just move away. So
You just
I'm
yeet
going-
out of there.
Yeah, I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm just gonna beeline it
Okay.
in the direction I saw. I think I saw shrubbery move from Cooter.
Okay. Up next is this one. It's gonna try and goop him again. That one is going to catch. So he is restrained again.
Damn it.
Oh no!
Oh, man.
Okay. Taj.
Shoot. I'm gonna go to where Cooter is
Okay.
and wait to see if everyone gets to me before I do anything stupid.
Okay. Azrig.
Oh, it's fine. House. All right.
These two are untouched. These two are very hurt.
Going to disengage.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. 5, 10, 30, and get 2 damage. And then as a bonus action, my little tentacle friend's gonna smack the top guy.
All right, go for it.
Okay. Thing. It's plus 5. 21 to hit.
21 definitely hits.
Okay. It does a d8. Force damage of 6.
Alrighty, 6 damage.
And I believe its speed is reduced by 10.
All right. Remind me of that.
Okay. Until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
That is.
Okay. Up next is going to be this one. It's going to move over here and try and take a bite out of you. 13.
Right on the money. Oh,
Dang.
You're gonna take 11 damage.
I believe I'm going out like this. And I fall down.
Okay,
Oh no. Okay.
Azric is unconscious. This one. Can't quite get to Samuel, so he will dash over there. Cooter.
Oh my god. Oh, Samuel, run, lad! And she like sees the one that like gooped Samuel and then like counter goops that one with Ray of Sickness.
Okay. What's your range on that? That's what, 60? Yep. So you will no longer be invisible.
It's a hell of a range for vomit.
Yep, and that's a 24 to hit.
Jesus.
Let's go, Grandma.
Okay, 24 to hit. That definitely hits.
That's a 7.
Alrighty. 7 damage?
Yep. And then the Constitution saving throw.
They don't need it. Tell me what it looks like when you kill this one.
It just explodes into a pile of goop. It's just like
Got it.
it just like you just see it like vomit goop, and then simultaneously her ray of sickness like lands on its head and just like
Splits
it's a
it.
whole bunch of like acid and goop and mandibles
Yeah.
and bits.
Just like Super Troopers then.
Yeah,
The
literally.
goop goes everywhere. Okay. Anything else you want to do?
Panic, and panic some more. What else can I do? I can I healing word Azric? That's a bonus action with 60-foot range.
You can't because you used a spell as your action.
Oh, dang it.
If it was a cantrip, you could
Shenanigans.
have.
Yeah. I can spare the dying, but I have to be next to him to do it, and that's going to be spicy. Because that is a cantrip, but it's also a whole action.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Azric, I let you die with my hubris and greed.
Okay. Next is going to be this one.
Minus 10. Movement.
Yep, so it's only got 20. There. It's gonna dash and go here. That's all I can do. Okay. Samuel is restrained. He's in the goop. He sees the big monster looking down at him. He looks over and sees you come to his aid and then just fall over. So I think what he's gonna do at this point is nowhere else to run. I believe he will Sacred Flame this one. Next saving throw. They fail. Alrighty, big numbers. So this one goes down from his Sacred Flame. So as he fails his Dex save, he sort of casts his spell like inside of this goop and then just sort of burn in holy fire. And there's no goop left. Aiden.
Right. The one by Samuel, is that one been touched at all?
No.
Okay. Second question.
Mm-hmm.
Am I in melee range? Am I in the reach of the one that's closer to me?
Yes.
Bad.
Y'all almost made the run for it. It was so close.
It's not over yet, Max.
I'm just saying. You were close getting away scot-free.
Okay. And the one by me hasn't been touched yet.
It has a little bit. It got slapped with a tentacle.
A slap at a tentacle.
You know what? Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I was running, but seeing Samuel stuck and then Azur drop. He's gonna plant. Here's the footsteps behind him. Whips around with his saber and tries to slash at this one behind him.
Go for it.
He felt the heat. Hope I hit. That is going to be an 18 hit.
That hits.
Okay. Damage. Yeah, let me get this sneak attack going here too. Ooh, very good. Very, very good. That's gonna be 17 damage total on that strike.
17 damage.
Wee.
Big nasty hit on this one. It's looking quite hurt.
Still standing.
It is.
Yeah, after that strike, he's just like, I've had enough of you fiends. And then he's gonna try to jam the short sword through its mouth.
All right.
Come on, please hit. Probably not. It's gonna be a 9.
Nope, 9's not enough.
Well. Since I can move still. I'm going to see how far I can go. I'm assuming Azric's tentacle is gone now that he dropped, right?
That's a good point.
Let me.
I'm assuming it
double check.
does.
I mean, either way, he's the one that controls it, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then never mind. I thought it was like an auto turret situation where I could like maybe drag one of them over there to get slapped, but I don't think that's gonna work.
It doesn't specifically say, but I'm unconscious, so I would assume it's gone.
Yeah, if you control it, like
Yeah. I'll
in
say
that
it's
case-
gone, and then I'll look it up later.
I can move, and this thing is not going to strike at me. So, all right. Let me just think of a direction I want to go here. After missing, I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, and I'm gonna park myself right here and hope that that thing tries to come follow me for hurting it, or run away and preserve its life. Either way.
Okay. Taj, you're next.
I am going to what is it called? A twin spell Tasha's Hideous Laughter on both of them to make them fall prone.
Interesting.
What does a bug look like when it laughs?
All right, so you're no longer invisible. And Tasha's hideous laughter, so they both need to make a, what is it, wisdom save?
Wisdom, yeah.
So one by Hayden, or that was by Hayden. It's a 12.
I'm a 12.
Okay, so that one succeeds. This one gets an 8, so that one fails. So this one is prone.
That's
and
great.
It's laughing.
That's a good call.
I wonder what they look like while they're laughing.
It's
Max, can I get some imagery, please?
yeah, so this giant creature, as you're casting this magic on it, just sort of turns its head and just sort of like screeches and just like flips over on its back. And you can see that when it flips over on its back, its underside is not near as armored as the rest of its body is. It looks softer. And then it just starts just screeching this high-pitched screech that you know it's supposed to be laughter, but it doesn't sound like laughter. This is terrifying.
Everyone make a fear check.
Anything else you'd like to do?
I don't think I can do anything else, so I'll be good.
Azric, make a death saving throw and DM it to me. And also, please describe a memory that comes forward in your mind as you are dying.
A young Azric, just a wee boy, skin and bones, being observed by clerics and healers.
Alrighty. This one is laughing. Or screeching, whichever. It's gonna try another wisdom save. Nope, an 11, not enough. So it's still screeching. Cooter.
Is it? Okay. Hear me out. 50, 35. Dang it. Actually, no, that's 30. 30 feet. Okay.
Oh.
So, what? Do I panic?
No, there's something that I need to address first.
I'll go for it.
So, Azric, as you are in sort of death throes here, you immediately stand up with 1 hit point.
Oh,
For reasons unknown to you, you're no longer unconscious.
What?
Go ahead,
Whoa.
Cooter.
Oh, that changes things. Okay.
What?
Okay.
Okay, I'll take it.
Blessed day.
Mm-hmm.
Blessed be the lightsmith. Or whatever that is. Okay, let me see. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm going to Kuda's just mad pissed right now at these giant bugs trying to mess with her friends that she has to protect at all costs. So she is going to take out the pistol that she got
Okay.
and she's aiming right for this guy's chewy little center.
Amazing. Which one are
yeah.
you shooting?
The one that's up top, the one that Hayden nearly smashed. Because it's the only one that's in range, yeah. Actually, hang on. What is this max range? There's like 30, it's like 30, 90, and then this one's 80. I can.
Is that like
target the
casting
other
at
one.
higher spell?
You're using a
slots
pistol,
or
right?
something?
Yeah.
30
Oh,
feet
never mind.
is the normal range.
Then what's the 90?
Long range. You could choose something 90 feet away, but
Oh,
it would
at
be
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, we'll just go for the 30, which is this one. That's the only one that's in range. Oh, come on. My digital dice. Did that.
Oh no.
And then chose the much lower number as the result, which was a 7.
You gotta find some real dice, Nina.
Yeah.
I spent so much money on these digital dice too. They look really nice, but they're all going in jail.
Hey, you heard it. Everybody who's watching and listening, don't use fucking digital dice. We'll screw you every time. Don't do it.
Except for when I rolled when I didn't need to roll, and then I got a natural 20. So it's whatever.
You pull out this pistol, and even
Fumble
though
it.
you are proficient, you aim down and just kind of off to the side and kind of go wide.
Yeah. And then I also can use my bonus action to heal Azric this time.
You can.
Yes. So we're gonna do that. So casting healing word from all the way over here on Azric. Get out of my way. Text. Kablamo. And that's a 4.
4 HP.
She really just rolled a 1. Yeah. I'm literally going to the game store immediately after the stream. There's a game store just down the road. And I'm going to march in there and be like, give me dice, please. I didn't have time this morning, sadly. And that's her turn. She's just supremely disappointed in herself. What'd you say, Moose?
Do I heal 4?
Yes, 4.
Okay.
Healing word.
Healing whisper.
Okay. Up next, this one is going to follow Hayden as it was its quarry. And try and take a bite out of Hayden. That is a 15 to hit.
I believe that is my armor class.
You take 8 damage.
Hooray! I drop.
Damn it.
Okay. You're unconscious again.
But
Okay. Let's see here. Samuel. He's going to Sacred Flame this one. Since the one next to him is just laughing, he's going to try at least do some damage. And that fails his dex saving throw. Oh, Jesus. That's going to take 8 damage. Max damage. This one looks very hurt. Hayden, make a death saving throw and give me another memory of your past.
Okay. Here we go. So, this time, a young Hayden, probably around 8 or 9 years old, is laughing as he runs out of a shop with a handful of hard candies that he did not pay for.
Very nice. Alrighty. And then Taj is next, but I know Mac just had to get up, so we'll do Azric next until she gets back.
Right. I'm gonna crawl or get up from the ground and see Hayden is down and extend my arm so I'm weak and fire an Eldritch.
I thought you were gonna reach out and heal him, and you're like Eldritch Blast. I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm too far away. 16 hit.
It does.
I'm gonna mark it the bonus action.
You're gonna hex it and then.
Yeah, hex it.
Okay.
13 damage.
This one goes down with your Eldritch Blast, just bursts into more goop.
And crawl over to Hayden.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Taj, it's your turn. We went to Azric first. Since you got up, but it's now your turn.
Sorry, my dog. I heard noises and I was like,
okay.
that son of a bee.
No worries.
Is Samuel still like dicking around or whatever?
Samuel is restrained. This is still laughing. Hayden is unconscious.
Can I attack Samuel's feetsies with something,
You
or
absolutely can.
I will toll the dead his feet. I don't know. It's not gonna hurt him, right? Or like,
Let's see. It can be attacked, but you have to use an attack roll. It can't be a save. So it's goop. It doesn't have like wisdom or anything. But if you wanted to use something with like an attack roll, you could.
oh, okay. I'll do firebolt then.
Yeah, that'll work
I
just
don't
fine.
have very many attacks. I have 3 at the moment. Okay.
Just know that if you roll a 1, you hit Samuel and blow his head off.
No.
I mean, would we be upset about that? 13.
13 hits. Roll your damage.
7.
7. So you notice that this goop is vulnerable to fire and it melts away extremely quickly, so it really takes 14 damage. And Samuel is instantly freed as you take aim and shoot a fireball at his feet, and he just looks, ah! And it hits at his feet and just melts this goop around his ankles. Anything else you'd like to do?
I say, come on, get the fuck out of there. Let this go.
All right, this one is gonna roll for the laughter. 5's not gonna cut it. Cooter.
Oh boy. Oh,
They're not very
boy.
wise bugs. Not their strong suit.
Okay, this one I believe was 45. Oofers. Has this one been injured at least a little?
No, and it's currently incapacitated on the ground, laughing from the spell.
Yeah, as long as you don't hit it, we can like skedaddle. But if you wanted to kill it, like you could. It's up to you.
Oh god. I don't think Kuda has the means. I might throw another healing word. If I heal, wait. Now Hayden's the one that's.
Yeah, Hayden is
Happening.
unconscious and dying.
If I healing word, does that help at all? I can.
It immediately makes him not dying.
Okay. But then also spare the dying would do the same thing. No.
No.
Or does that
So,
just
when you heal someone and give them
that has
positive hit
0
points?
hit points?
Yeah, so if you give them positive hit points, they're not unconscious anymore. They can act normally. But if you use spare the dying, what that does is it makes them still unconscious, but they don't have to make death saves anymore. So
Yeah,
spare the dying basically buys them time to not die. Healing gets them back into the fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a healing word at him. I think it's the only thing little Granny can do right now.
All right, go ahead and roll your healing word.
That's another 4.
4 HP to Hayden.
Better than nothing.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so distressed right now. I'm disappointed in how useless she's been today.
I mean, I'm conscious now.
You've saved many lives. I don't think that's useless. All right, Samuel is gonna take Taj's cue of saying "get the fuck out of there," and he is going to dash the hell out of there since that one's incapacitated. What I'll do, as I'm assuming, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm assuming you all are trying to get away at this point, just escape. So what I'll do is I'll make one more roll for the bug. If it fails, then y'all get away, no problem.
Okay.
That sound fair?
Right to the gods. Dice gods.
9. So yeah, it is. They're not wise creatures. It rolls a 9, and that one is left laughing, screeching, chittering on the jungle floor as you all make your escape. And you are out of the woods. So, congrats you all on surviving that fight. And I think that now is an excellent opportunity to go ahead and take our break for the evening. So go ahead and grab some snacks, go ahead and stretch your appendages, and we'll be back here in just a little bit. BRB, everybody.
Soon.
And welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you've gotten some snacks and stretched your appendages. And where we had left off is y'all just got finished getting your asses kicked by some bugs for a little bit.
Rude.
So we leveled up, right? Because we live.
Not yet.
All right.
All right, so you have escaped from the last remaining insect or insectoid, and you all, I'm assuming you're gonna keep going throughout the day. You're gonna short rest. What's on the agenda for you all?
You crawled up like next to where I'm at, right?
Yeah.
So like after getting healed, Hayden gets up off his stomach and just looks over Azrak and is like, bad day.
Very bad day. I would very much love to get the fuck out of here.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
I'm gonna try to. We're like helping each other out, but we're both like so badly wounded. It's like two toddlers trying to stand together.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's Samuel doing? Is he's freed,
I mean,
right? He was.
yeah.
He melted it away.
Yeah, so he's just like, so we're gonna leave, right? We're gonna get out of here.
Yes.
Yes. We'll find somewhere safe and take a brief rest, and we'll head back to the city.
Okay, that sounds great. 1 second. And Samuel's gonna cast Cure Wounds on Azric and Hayden while y'all are running.
Oh.
So Azric, you take 7. Hayden, you take 8.
I will take that 8.
Nice. Thank you, Samuel.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're all just kind of doing our part, right?
That's very helpful, thank you. But we must keep moving. Good,
That's what I'm doing.
You're all safe, right? No harm.
Oh, yes, dear, I'm fine. Although I'm a little bit arcaned out.
Oh.
But I might be able to craft some potions for you if we can stop briefly.
Well, I assume it was you that saved me the first time, so thank you. Taj, thank you.
Hi.
Saved our
It's all
hide.
quite a blur, isn't it?
But that thing's still laughing. We should leave before it comes to its senses.
Well, on my way.
We're gonna boogie out of here.
Alrighty. So you haul ass. Are you gonna take a short rest at some point, or are you just kind of going until the end of the day?
At some point, when we get some good distance, we'll take a short
Sure.
rest.
Yep. You can take your short rest unimpeded. So you can use whatever you need to there.
Still raining?
It is. It's miserable.
Is it?
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me, because it should be this music.
But it's not miserable, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use 2 hit die.
Right?
Oh, short resting?
Yep. Y'all can
Yeah, I
short rest.
definitely need that.
Yeah, I will use a singular hit die.
The hit die is just for your HP, right?
Yep.
Okay, I don't need that then.
Yep. Azric needs
Not to
a
rub
lot.
salt in everyone's wounds or anything.
I love short rest.
And Taj has a use for short rest as well with the I forgot what it's called for wizards. Arcane recovery.
That sounds right.
I don't know what that is.
So as a
It's spell
wizard,
slot.
on a short rest, you can use Arcane Recovery, which you can get once per day, and it will allow you to recover up to 2 levels of spell slots. So you could do 1 level 2 spell or 2 level 1 spells from a short rest.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to wait for a long rest for mine, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yep. Okay. So you take your short rest, you continue on through the jungle. It's cold and wet and rainy, and then it gets to be about rest time, and you all can accomplish a long rest. There will be no encounters this evening, so you all can discuss amongst yourselves if you'd like to talk about anything, or you could continue on. Up to you all.
We'll keep going.
All right. Into the next day, you are out of the jungle. You've sort of camped on the edge, so now it's pretty much a straight shot. You can see Linares proper in the horizon. You can start to smell the ocean breeze kind of come back into your nostrils. So the next day, this area is relatively safe, so you're going to be unimpeded, and you can make it your way back into Linares, and it's probably about just past dinner time at this point.
Oh my days! This is such a beautiful sight to see. Fills me up.
You're finally out of that jungle.
Oh, can't wait to drink some alcohol, get a nice hearty meal, and
Bathe.
get paid.
Need to bathe.
Yes.
Need to drink and bathe.
Samuel,
Oh
same.
yeah.
do you think that we could maybe get extra payment since it was much more dangerous than it was led on to be?
Oh well, I don't really know about that. I don't really handle the
But
money
you-
side.
Right, but you can put in
but-
good word for us. We will talk to your whatever it is to you, and
Yeah, Grandpa.
can-
I'll tell
you can
Grandpa
vouch?
that you guys did a really great job, and everything was good. I'm really tired. Can we talk to Grandpa in the morning? I don't want him to be cranky or anything, because it's probably past dinner time, and he's probably not working. We can go talk to him now if you want. Like, it's fine, but I'm just
No,
trying to like
we
help
could
you
go in the
out.
we could go in the morning.
Okay, got it. Thanks again, though. Really, like I really appreciate this, like a whole lot. Like, I know that you did it like for the money and stuff, and you had like a contract, but it still means a lot to me. So thank you.
Listen, Samuel, I've witnessed an unassuming boy blossom into the fine man you are today. Because of this adventure, you have grown exponentially. And sometimes I may forget you here. Sometimes you appear out of nowhere, but I think this was really good for you.
Cool, yeah. And he's gonna try and hug every single one of you individually, whether you let him or not. It's up to you.
I just give him like a little pat. I'm like, oh, all
Mhm.
right. Oh, good lad, good lad.
I'm gonna stop him and then offer a fist bump instead, like he was trying to do earlier.
Gotcha. So you put out your fist, and then he goes to shake your hand, and then it's that other awkward moment because he thought you were going with a handshake, is what you did last time, and
I
then
put a
gets all
fist up,
mixed up.
kid.
Got it. Okay, hold on. And then he fist bumps you. He gets it right this time.
There you go. Well done, lad. Well, off to the same place we stayed before, or different place. So,
If they have a bath, that's more than fine with me.
A tub, some grub, and a good old drinky poo.
what she
Okay,
said.
cool. I'm gonna leave
Actually-
now. He's like still standing there as you're discussing like food and lodging, and then he just walks off into the rain, head towards the large cathedral.
I'm gonna buy a bar of soap on the way since I lost mine in the river.
Okay. I don't know how much soap is. Let's see.
Make sure it's one with rope.
That might be.
Wait, do they charge extra for the rope, or do we have to use our own rope?
I think it's a bring your own rope kind of situation, isn't it?
Because I'm out of rope, so.
Wait, what kind of artificer are you?
If you bring me the mats, I can tinker you a soap on a rope.
I think
Yes, I was gonna say.
It's 2 copper pieces. Okay.
Yeah.
Soap on a rope.
Well, that might be a career to get into, soap making.
Gotcha. Alrighty. All right, are you headed towards the same place that you usually go?
Yeah.
In the city? That being the albatross next to the water?
Yep.
All right, you walk in and you can see it's a little, it's pretty hopping. It's in the evening, everyone's off work, it's rainy, so they don't want to be outside. So pretty crowded. You can see the copper dragonborn behind the counter serving everyone. And she seems pretty busy.
We look and smell like fresh hell.
Mm-hmm. You look like you spent a week in the jungle.
Yeah.
5 baths, please. Barkeep.
She's serving drinks. All right, what else you got?
Oh, a dinner, of course, and a room for lodging.
Right. So it's gonna cost you all. Normally it's a gold for you all. Say a gold and a half will cover expenses for food, drink, bath, and board for the night.
I'll take it out of the party.
Okay. So you all can have warm baths drawn up for you. You all can have a room. You have your meal for the evening, and you're finally back in civilization and can sleep in a real bed.
Fantastic. Is this like, what are we working with here, bath-wise? What is this, like a bathhouse? Or
No.
is there individual, like, things in the rooms?
Yeah, it's because I'm assuming y'all are still sharing rooms, so it's like, you know, if someone wants a bath, it's like, okay, your turn for the bath, and then it's basically a tub, and they put the hot water in it, so not like an actual like nice bathhouse or anything.
Who's got first?
Is it like old timey times where like people are sharing bathwater, or is it fresh for each person?
Oh yeah, that's gross. It's gonna be fresh for each person. Each person gets their own. Each person has their own hot water. bucket
I'll
and
tell you
stuff.
what. Hayden and I will get a drink while the ladies can take a bath first.
Oh, I was just going to go
Give you
for a
some
walk out the
privacy.
front to enjoy the rain.
Right. Well, Tasha, you may have first dibs.
Thank you.
Hayden and I will get a drink.
As we are now.
I bath or bathe
Mm-hmm.
if they want to like talk privately or whatever.
Get me an ale, I'll be back shortly.
You know what? Let's do it. I don't care. I'm already soaked.
I just want the ladies to have privacy. That's all.
Sure.
Anyways, Hayden, I know we clash time to time with our butt feathers heads, but thank you. I believe saved my life today.
I did.
And you killed I don't know. There's a lot of bugs. There's a lot of killing, a lot of blading. I don't know, I'm just trying to make peace.
Sure. I guess I didn't realize that we had that big of a difference, or differences between us. But sure, if that's how you feel. Yeah, fresh start, fresh something or other.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm not saying that we were at each other's throats. You know, I'm just as long as we're part of this crew, I believe it's communication is key. And you know, I would like to be mates.
I don't see why not. Sure. Then, as newly formed mates, you can buy my first ale.
Sure, absolutely.
Much appreciated, mate.
3 ales, barkeep. I remember Rico wanted one. So.
I'll get your second.
Sounds horrific.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, so you all are having an ale. Cooter's wandered off in the rain for a nice walk. Taj is scrubbing the jungle funk off. And as the night goes on, unless there's anything else you want to discuss, you all can each have your round with a nice warm bath and grab drinks and enjoy the rest of your evening. Okay. Next.
Scooter just comes back and just chugs the whole ale and another. She's just having her living her best life.
Amazing. All right, so you all have your drinks and your food and bath time, and then you finally get to sleep in a nice bed, and you awaken the next morning, ready for the day, and to get some money.
Right.
All right, let's get paid.
Yes. Morning, all. Ready to fill your coin purse?
Absolutely. I think
Right.
we more than deserve. Hopefully, Samuel put in a good word with his grandfather, and maybe get a bonus of some sort.
Yeah.
Oh, and talk about the Jew, of course.
I'll let you
Mike.
handle that one.
He probably won't like that.
Shall we?
Ladies?
Yes.
All right.
There are many questions that need answering.
Okay.
Okay.
So rain subsided. It's nice and sort of overcast. And you are headed over to the large cathedral where you had met Samuel and his grandfather in the first place. So it takes, probably an hour and a half walk or so, because you're going from basically the edge on the water towards the middle of the city. And you make your way to the cathedral. Sort of the same hustle and bustle. There are people forging. There are people there paying respects, sending offerings. And you make your way into the back there, and Samuel's waiting for you all to take you into the sort of inner parts of the cathedral. And he's dressed very nicely, has some brand new robes on. He's sort of holding his sort of magma reliquary in his hands, kind of ready to go get Grandpa's approval.
Samuel, you look well cleaned up.
Thanks. I wasn't sure when you guys were gonna get here, so I got here last time when you said at sunrise. It's only been 2 hours, but that's fine.
You've been waiting 2 hours.
I mean, yeah, I didn't want to miss you guys or anything, and because you can't really go back there unless somebody takes you back there. But it's fine. I should have asked what time this time. I just assumed that it's the same as last time.
Well, thank you for being so diligent. Before we go, is there a way we should address your grandfather just for extra brownie points?
Oh yeah. Normally I call him Grandpa unless he's in his office. I don't call him Grandpa in his office because, well, he's at work. So I would just call him High Priest because that's what his title is.
You nitwit. We're talking about things not to bring up or things that we should say to butter him up.
Oh,
How do we get on your grandfather's good side?
well, if I figure that out, I'll let you know.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, High Priest, we'll do that. Adam.
Yeah, High Priest Adamir is his name.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Oh, correct.
You're welcome.
Don't want to. All right, Adamir.
But
All right.
if you figure out how to get on his good side, you let me know too, okay? Because that would be really helpful for my day to day.
Well, I think having you return with the magma will make him happy, and then we can discuss about the druid meeting, which will make him upset. So.
Okay, yeah, got it. Lead with good news.
No, actually, we'll start with the bad news and then talk about the good.
What
So
if
get
we
him in
gave him the bad news in a good way so it doesn't sound so bad?
I always heard that you're supposed to give bad news in like a compliment sandwich, and then that way it makes it easier.
Well, we can do the bad
Right.
news, and then do the good news. And if it does not work, then we threaten to tell everybody that he basically paid his way to whatever it is that you are right now.
Okay, so that sounds like a bad news sandwich. We're supposed to reverse that part.
I think that we will wait for the good news to set in, and if it does not work, then we use force and threaten.
So I'm formulating how it's going to go in my mind. Okay, so we'll talk on how we were successful and that we were able to talk to the druids. However, there will be a meetup. But then I'll be like, but on the other hand, Samuel. And then when I do this, and Samuel, you approach with your little bucket, and that should elate him. And then we talk about a meetup.
Got it. Okay, so bad news first. Sorry, I was distracted. Taj, you're really intimidating sometimes.
I know that I'm very beautiful. Keep your eyes agaze.
And he starts like flustering. He's like, no, I meant like you can be like really intimidating and like the
No,
like
I know
the
what you
scary
mean.
way, but you're not like scary or anything. Just like it's fine.
And I'm just like unfazed or bothered by this like parasite.
Jesus. Fuck.
God dang.
That hurts me. That went all the way through Samuel into me.
Oh no, Max, are you like putting yourself into Samuel?
No, it's just funny. So
She just has no like anything for stupid people.
yeah, oh yeah, doesn't suffer ignorance.
No, just has no
So-
time.
He's like, okay, so yeah, let's go talk to the high priest now. And yeah, got it. Okay,
All right,
I'm gonna lead
lead
the
the
way
way,
right
Samuel.
now.
So,
Okay.
High Priest is how we refer to him. A little bit more than Sir and a bit less than Your Highness, correct?
Oh yeah, you definitely don't want to say Your Highness because he's not part of like a monarchy or anything. You wouldn't even call the Marquise Your Highness either, because he's technically not the Emperor.
What about Your Gloriousness?
Oh, that one sounds pretty fun.
Magnificence? Anything that. Which one would make you feel the most good?
Oh, all those sound great to me.
Beautiful. Okay, let's go.
Can't we
I think
just-
we're ready.
Can't we just
So I think
refer to him by his title? High
Bible.
Priest Arden.
Hayden's correct. He's very by the
Glorious High Priest.
Wait, what's his name? Arden.
Adamir.
Adamir. Yes.
Glorious High
Adamir.
Priest Adamir.
Well,
the
Sure.
magnificent.
Sure, let's go with that. All right.
Wonderful.
All right,
Okay,
Samuel.
cool. And he just like turns on heel and just starts walking down the
Oh,
hallway.
jeez. We're speed walking, all right?
And you, inside the cathedral, you go in sort of the back area, and you see the same office that you went to before, and you see Samuel sort of like take a deep breath, like collect himself, and then like knocks on the door, and you hear Adamir say, and so he opens the door, and kind of comes in and motions you all to come in behind him.
All right.
And he sort of just puts down what he was doing and kind of leans up and looks at you all. Well, Samuel, I see that you have not perished along your journey. That's a good start. Yeah, High Priest Adamir, I did it, and here's my magma. And he just sort of like holds out like this reliquary, and he just looks, you imbecile, that goes in the forge that you have staked out. I don't need it. Right, I was just gonna let you know. And he just sort of just like lowers it, but still hanging on to it. So I believe that congratulations are in order for a job done, I suppose, and your payment.
That is correct. Yes, we have delivered Samuel. We have received the magma, and we have returned.
Very well. And he stands up and goes to sort of a closet area, opens the door, pulls a key from his robes, opens a lockbox, and grabs a large sort of sack of coin. And close the safe back up and sits back down on the desk. I'm assuming platinum is all right.
Of course, yes. We don't want to be looking around that much gold. Still.
Very well. And he starts counting it out on the counter. Believe it was 175 each, based
Correct.
upon our contractual obligations. Tell me this: are there any things of note to report?
Yes. Well, the path onto the mountainside is extraordinarily dangerous. So if you wish to have other people to continue their pilgrimage, that might be problematic. There's piranha, ogres, gigantic insectoid mantis things.
Interesting. The path has always been treacherous. What else?
And the people who are blockading the entrance to the mountain, the druids, they told us that the mountain is sacred to them, and that they do not wish for your priest or priest-to-be to enter the volcano.
He's still
Or
sort of
anyone for that
counting.
matter.
And I'm assuming you dispatched them.
No, we have come to an agreement.
He sort of stops counting. Please elaborate what you mean by an agreement.
What I mean to say is that you, High Priest, shall meet with the High Elder of the Druids to come to agreement on how these two sides can meet.
He like slams his hands down on the table and stands up. Are you meaning to tell me that you came into some sort of agreement to say that we would abide by the nonsense about the mountain? And I'm, for some reason, bound to do this because you say so? Who do you think you are?
Who do you think you are, sir? information is important when receiving a job, and you did not tell us that these druids were going to stop and prevent your priest from going in when we clearly asked for all information that would help us on the journey. Secondly, most importantly, that there are things inside this volcano that are protecting their sacred homeland. So, sir, I think we must come to an understanding. Our job has been performed and fulfilled contractually, so we will be receiving our payment. And on the other hand, excellent. Secondly, if you wish to continue sending pilgrims or your priestess to be onto this journey, you must come to an agreement with the druids, thus stopping future bloodshed and angering this spirit that dwells within this volcano.
I will say that creatures inside of the mountain is news to me. That hasn't been the case, as far as I've known. Secondly, I gave you adequate information. In fact, I told you people were directly keeping would-be priests and priestesses from completing their pilgrimage. So you had sufficient information. Now, your question of who do I think I am? And he sort of gets right up in your face. And even though he's Samuel's grandfather, his half-elvish blood makes him look a lot younger than he probably should be. Who I am is High Priest Adavir, and I can do whatever the fuck I want around here. So you best remember that, mercenary. Now, I will say your job has been done to satisfaction. It would be a shame for you to ruin what reputation you have garnered here. So I suggest you adjust your tone, and perhaps we can come to some sort of understanding.
While he was in Azric's face, did he leave the money box unattended and or the key to said money box?
He is in his robes. The money is, he was counting it out on the counter in piles for you all. So he was just trying to make piles for you all to take your own cut. There's a sack of coin on the counter and piles for each of you all.
He's firmly focused on Azric right now?
Sure.
Well, High Priest,
I will slowly and quietly walk towards the altar table or whatever desk he's at.
Yeah, it's the desk that he's like standing beside, face to face with Azric.
Let me tell you something. And I kind of like place my arm to guide him to look at Samuel.
Mm-hmm.
Look at your grandson, Samuel, and I'm trying to pull him closer.
Mm-hmm.
This boy is no longer a boy. He has shown fortitude and thought and precision, and without your grandson's help, we would not have survived this journey. You may see him as an unassuming boy who is of no value to you, but he is like unrefined ore that can be molded into an ingot and shaped into any way you see fit. He just needs some guidance.
So,
I'll
get you in 1 second, Hayden.
Okay.
As I think I have an idea of what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
So he looks over and he goes, "Well, high praise from a group of strangers, Samuel. I suppose you aren't an entirely waste of space, as I once thought you were." Yeah, that's right, High Priest Adavir. I completed my pilgrimage and I helped a whole lot. And I did a really great job. Hayden, what is your plan? What are you trying to do here?
Okay. This bag that he had the money in, is it a wholly unremarkable, like, bag? Is there stitching on it? Anything recognizable?
So essentially what he pulled out is just like a leather-bound bag that he set on the counter of like his, we'll just say, discretionary funds as the high priest, and he's using that money to pay you all out. So I think most of what you are owed is on the table, but there's still a bag probably half full of coin on the table.
If like I left and like just like went to the bathroom but like became invisible and then came back and took it, like could that be a thing?
I mean, you could always try. Whatever you would like to do.
So these are like the temple's funds. They're not his personal funds. Or are these his?
You're unsure unless you ask about it. It's money that he got from a safe somewhere in a closet behind him.
I kind of, if this is just a normal like brown sack of money or something, I have an idea. But I'm also interested in hearing what Mac wants to do.
Yeah. May I use your washroom?
Yes, it is outside, back into the main temple proper, by the front door.
Thank you. And I just like go out and like, is there anyone like in the hallway or like?
Yeah, there's people like walking up and down the hallway. There's attendants. There's other priests, and stuff like that.
Can I find like a spot that nobody is, or like do I have to go all the way to the bathroom to find privacy?
That would probably be your best bet, unless you just tried to randomly duck in an office and hope no one's in there.
Okay, then yeah, I guess I'll just go to the bathroom and use subtle spell.
Okay.
To go invis.
Gotcha. So as this plays out, as I have an idea of what you all are trying to do, you would most certainly, if you're invisible, be able to take that big sack of money. It doesn't change the fact that his big sack of money will be gone in front of him. So
We can create a diversion.
right, but yeah, all I'm saying is so you understand, if you try to take the whole damn sack, you're talking to him, and then at some point that sack's gonna be gone when he tries to count out the rest of your money. So use that information for however you'd like. You can do whatever you want, but taking the whole thing is going to be riskier, I will definitely say.
Okay.
Anyway, so you're trying to actively distract, I'm assuming, the high priest. And so he says, well, I suppose that he's finally ready to take the first step of priesthood. I honestly never thought I'd see the day, but here we are.
And high priest, as you said, who am I? I am Azric Silvertide, mercenary extraordinaire. Now, I think it was probably best in everyone's interest that there's no bloodshed on both sides. And to respect the druid's spiritual wishes, that we could come to an agreement to find another angle of the volcano to acquire the magnet without disrupting
the druid's wishes.
Yes.
Mount Cabradon is a gift to us from the Lightsmith that was used in the first forges of Linares, and yet we are to stand aside because they don't want us there? Preposterous.
Well, if you want to get technical, the druids were here before you.
Make a history roll for me.
All right. I add +1, 20.
That is not necessarily true. Long ago in the history of the Broken Continent, of what you see now, the islands were relatively uninhabited, other than just flora and fauna. A very large expedition from the Empire came here, and that's what populated the continent. And then the catastrophe happened and blew it all apart. So not necessarily that. It's more likely that everyone descends from the first people that came to these islands.
Okay.
So it's more of a personal choice of whether they believe in this pantheon or if they believe more in nature itself.
Got it. All right.
So it's not
rephrase.
it's not like an indigenous people versus like newcomers type situation.
I will rephrase what I'm about to say.
Gotcha.
High priest out of it. Is it worth the bloodshed and starting a war over this volcano? And need I remind you that there is a spiritual being that dwells beside this volcano. We have slain a few of its inhabitants, and we came across 2 beings that spoke to us, and they said, "Do you want us to wake?" I'm sorry, the name escapes me.
They didn't give you a name. The methods didn't.
Well, Cooter did, right? Or was it Emmy?
Mm-hmm. You're
It's
talking
like
about our
Abba Labba Ding Dong or like something
yeah.
dumb.
What'd you say?
Abba Labba Ding Dong.
Our Voldiat is
Wait, what was
Yeah.
that?
Abba Labba Ding Dong.
What did I do?
I think it was Emmy. Emmy was
It was
speaking
Emmy,
to Navira
Oh, yes.
in Druidic and mentioned
Yep.
the name. You all really don't have any idea what that means. But in that case, he will say, "Can you give actual notion to this nonsense? That there's a spirit in the mountain? No. There's the Lightsmith and the rest of the Pantheon, and they have purview over this realm, obviously. And all of a sudden they decide we can't go in the spiritual place belonging to us to have our would-be priests and priestesses complete their pilgrimage? Nonsense. They don't get to dictate what people do."
The world is all about compromise, High Priest. Either you could have a war between the druids and your people, and
I agree, Azric Silvertide, in that they are being quite uncompromising, aren't they? Refusing to allow anyone inside of the mountain.
well, not anyone. We were able to manage to get Samuel to enter to obtain this holy magma, as you say, to heat his forge. So we do have sway with the druids.
Hmm.
The only reason we were able to leave alive is because of this negotiation agreement that I have formed with the druids.
So you doubt your own prowess in defending yourselves and that these druids would have destroyed you in battle? I see.
No, via our contractual agreement, there was no clause in killing the people that were preventing your druid or your.
We
priest and
have
priestess.
discussed your contractual obligations, and I have said that they have been met satisfactorily.
Yes.
Bring it up again, and perhaps we will revisit those terms. For now, we're just talking.
Fair enough.
Taj, I'm assuming you've gone and you've subtle spelled yourself invisible, and you are roaming the halls. What is your intent? You got an hour of invisibility, so
I am well, so is he finished counting or what?
he's talking to Azric because Azric stood him up, like they were talking face to face, He hasn't sat back down at his desk yet.
And you had mentioned that there was stuff in the closet. What else is in there? Like, can we see it?
So are you back? Or are you gonna start like rooting around in
Yeah,
places?
yeah, yeah. I guess
Hayden-
I'm back.
Right now, Hayden has like quietly stepped over to where that desk is, so he should be in view to see what's over there.
Yeah, so you both can see there's like smaller sized safe inside there, with a keyhole in which he used the key from his robes. Inside
When you say
there,
smaller size, like you can lift it up.
maybe I'm thinking like, I don't know, this big, this deep, like a cubed safe. You might be able to lift it if you're strong enough. It's probably made of metal.
Is it open, or did he shut it as soon as he took the money bag out?
He shut it and put the key in his pocket. And there's also like other like robes and things in there. It's like a storage closet type thing. Okay. Some other like materials.
So, scene. Hayden is by the desk where the money bag and our money is, and he's eyeballing the bag, focusing on it. He has a plan in mind, but he doesn't know what Taj is doing.
Yep.
So, we'll let this. I'll go to Taj and let her do her thing.
All right.
I am not sure what I'm doing either.
Okay.
I need to think about it. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You've got an hour to be invisible, so it's fine.
Yeah, I'm just figuring out if it's like I want to like rummage the closet and like take stuff there, or like if we're just gonna like take this bag and run. What color is it? Like the bag? And
it's just like a leather bag full of coin that he was counting out stuff. Other than the closet, like there's really nothing of value other than like, you know, fine clothing and shoes and stuff like that belongs to the high priest.
And that's what's in the closet, right? Like there isn't any like magical items in the closet.
Not that you can see, no. It's like a storage closet, and then he just happens to have his safe there, so it's not like out in the open.
I see. I don't know how to pick locks.
Let me ask you this, Max.
Uh-huh.
Would you say that the bag on the table would be roughly similar in size and appearance to a bag that's capable of holding 1,000 ball bearings?
If you're asking if you're gonna Indiana Jones this bag, I'm going to say that it is highly unlikely that a bag of ball bearings and a bag that holds like a ton of like coins are gonna be the same look to them. I don't know how much a bag of ball bearings weighs, but I don't think the bags are gonna look exactly the same.
Okay.
That might have taken a little more prior planning to pull off like heist level shit.
Yeah.
I know what I'm gonna do.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna like walk behind Azric and like tug at his ear, as I always do when I'm invisible, to like let him know that I'm scheming. And I'm going to are like really low whispers, are they like people can hear that or no?
So I'm saying like you're invisible, you're tugging on Azric's ear. Like if you like get up to his ear and whisper, it's not going to be audible.
Okay.
To him in the room.
I'm gonna say to Azric then, find a way to like distract him while I take a key, like I try to get his key or something like that from his pocket is my goal. But like he'll know if I'm like digging in his pocket, you know?
So back to the conversation.
Yeah, but back to the conversation as I like and like meandering over to the dude. But like I'm waiting for Azric's like.
So he
I don't
will
know.
be amply distracted for you to attempt this, especially being invisible.
Okay, then yeah.
So I'm gonna say that you need to make a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand check. I see. Okay. 21.
21.
Oh.
And that's going to beat his passive perception by, I mean, yeah, I don't think anybody in this room has that high passive perception. So you can lift that key. And the way invisibility spell says that anything that's worn or carried becomes invisible with you. So you have the key.
Okay. And then I'm gonna mosey like back to like Azric and like tug at his ear so that he knows that like I have it. Or like no, I'm not gonna tug at his ear. I'm gonna like raise my fingers over like the back of his shoulder blades as I'm like walking past, you know. And then go to the closet and get into the safe while they continue to like talk and distract.
Okay, so you've got it, and you're trying to try and open the safe at some point.
Yeah, like I'm gonna wait until either like they're like heated in like loud conversation or like there's a diversion point or something, you know, like I'm gonna wait for a cue.
So in the sort of heat of the conversation, Hayden, are you gonna do anything here, or are you holding off?
Hayden was thinking about a bag swap, but feeling the bearing bag he has realizes it probably is not going to pass for being similar enough. So he thinks better of it and kind of backs off.
So probably what you like, if you're looking to make some extra coin, probably the only thing that wouldn't be immediately obvious would be to maybe just swipe some coins out of the bag and pocket them versus trying to make a whole bag swap. But it's up to you. Just kind of laying the situation out here.
Yeah, I don't know if he's really that. Yeah, he's not that. He doesn't care that much. He's just had a brief moment of inspiration and was gonna act on it and realized it probably wouldn't work. So he's just gonna meander back over to where Cooter and Azric are.
Got it. So as you're sort of having this conversation here, and he's like holds up his hand. All right, first thing is first, let's conclude our prior business and then we can talk about our future business. Agreed?
Agreed. Yes, you're quite right.
All right. And he sits back down behind the desk, and he completes counting out everyone's cut and just shoves it over to the rest of you all.
Collect them.
Yep. And he sort of grabs the bag and just sets it down beside him to continue conversing with you. Now that you've been appropriately paid, of course.
Yes.
Let's talk about future dealings.
Agreed. We shall.
So you have unilaterally decided that we are going to come to some accord with these druids, of which you don't have the authority to do, of which, quite frankly, I don't have the authority to do. You've really put me in a difficult position. I hope you can appreciate that.
And I do apologize, but for the sake of ensuring that your grandson stays alive, I had to make the call I had to.
I can appreciate making decisions in otherwise difficult situations. So perhaps this could be an opportunity. Of course, this may go all the way up to either the Archsmith or the Marquis or both, since we're essentially in talks of creating some sort of treaties with these people. Well,
If I may interject, High Priest, this will benefit both parties for generations to come. If an agreement and treaty, as you say, is made.
if that agreement is to our liking, I'm sure,
Of
because
course.
not being able to enter our sacred mountain is something that I cannot abide by. So,
And
how is it you're going to contact these people for the arrangement?
we will send a missive to the Druids after selecting a neutral area upon both parties shall meet, and then we shall have this meeting. Our presence may or may not be required.
I will have to speak to the Archsmith, who will in turn more than likely tell me that she will need to speak with the Marquis, of which I of course will drag you along since it's your doing. It may take some time though. These aren't things that just happen on a whim. I hope you can appreciate that.
I do understand there is logistic ways of doing things, but as this is a local matter, and thus preventing other priests and priestesses from fulfilling the pilgrimage, would it not be dealt with by local parties?
I'm assuming that you aren't familiar with Linares. Of course, I am the high priest of this cathedral, the finest cathedral in Linares, the largest, with the most priests at the disposal. However, there are people that are higher than me. The Archsmith, who I assume you have no idea since you're even bringing up these ridiculous questions. Archsmith Saldana Varin, who is the highest order of the Church of the Lightsmith, who answers only to the Lightsmith herself. And then, of course, there is the Marquis Gerard Toussaint, who represents the Empire, as you can say. Still holding on to the remnants of what came before, centuries ago. But he is our head of state here. So I only assume that a treaty of this magnitude will indeed require both of their attentions, which is why I cannot unilaterally make these decisions, because not only will it affect the entire Church of the Lightsmith, it will also affect Linares, the city-state proper, coming into an agreement with outside entities. Now, that's enough civics lesson for you today. My question to you all is, now that you've put me into this position, what is it you're going to do for me?
Is that not enough?
Services
Protecting your...
are...
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Hayden, but our services are always open for service.
And what were you going to say, Hayden?
Just... I don't know if this whole thing works out. The survival of your priests and priestesses on their pilgrimage and their safety each and every time they make the journey, is that not enough?
Well,
For what we can do for you.
since you've put it that way, I will say no. I have no qualms with sending future envoys with other pilgrimages, or perhaps sending our own regiments forward, but you've put me in a precarious situation that I am willing to entertain. But it will take some time to get the wheels of government spinning. So I figured in the meantime, perhaps I can put you to work some more.
Just so we're clear, we are mercenaries. We're not a band of assassins. So, whatever jobs you may give us, better choose wisely.
Well, that wasn't the plan, Hayden, but I will say in my experience, everyone has a price. Now, that wasn't my goal for you all on this next endeavor. Perhaps there are some things that you could perhaps help me with. If you're willing, of course.
It sounds like we have options, right, Hayden?
Sure. I mean, we would first hear every detail of what is to be done before we make a decision, of course.
I personally don't want your money, sir. But if there is an opportunity for study and knowledge, I will always take up on that. That is my price.
I see.
But
so
I
you
won't
value
do it in
knowledge.
exchange for taking a life.
You all come to such grotesque conclusions. Perhaps hear what jobs I have for you first before you go making judgment upon me.
Apologies, High Priest. Of course, we would.
Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You accosted my partner when we came in for the fact that he did not clear out your druid problem. Sounds like
No.
assassination work to me.
I accosted your partner for coming into an agreement that was well outside of the purview of the contract and putting me in a very precarious political situation.
Apologies, you just sounded mighty upset that he hadn't killed these druids.
Oh, I'm upset for how you handled it. I'm not telling you how to handle it. I'm merely informing you that this was not the most preferred path.
But we're all reasonable, logical people here. What's done is done, and we shall proceed on how to move forward. That would benefit both parties here.
And I am trying to move forward, but it seems here that your partner is one who likes to dwell on what happened in the past. I'm trying to carve a way forward for us all here, Hayden. Do you have a problem with this? Do you have a problem doing business with me? Because I could find someone else. Surely.
Well, that all depends on what the group wants to do. I don't care either way.
Well, perhaps I shall name some issues that I'm having and whether you can attempt to solve them for me. And then we can discuss a fair reward for such things. And then go from there. Agreed?
Fine.
There are two things that come to mind. First of which, we are ramping up production for a quite large client of the Church of the Lightsmith, and we are in need of securing more bountiful resources on some of the innermost islands, as we are sort of needing, well, more resources to ramp up production, per se. Now, there is an envoy that will be leaving here, and perhaps I could put you on said envoy to protect those priests that are ones to do, well, geological surveys of the sort and trying to find such minerals that we require to fulfill our promises. No, I don't see it going any further than the Crescent Isles at first. Sort of the first voyage. And all that you'll be responsible for is keeping them safe and keeping the ship safe. As there are, well, as you all know, being seasoned mercenaries yourself, other forms of treachery on the seas. Now, if that doesn't take to your liking, there is another sort of job that you could help with. One of which involves a new trade envoy, a series of ambassadors. Perhaps you could help in negotiating a new trade agreement with Ontes. as their demand has far exceeded our original terms as of late. Similar job for you all, different locale, different people you'll be protecting, but protecting all the same. Of course, if you do have ideas and ways to sort of sway the negotiation in our favor, that will be more than helpful as well.
Interesting. Now, the Crescent Isles, are there inhabitants of these islands, or is this just raw resources that you'll be excavating from these small islands?
None that I'm aware of, other than just the local flora and fauna. They're really quite small and not have adequate resources for long-term civilization.
And the negotiations over at On Test, they are demanding too high of a supply that you cannot meet and wish to lower the quota?
No, we're more than happy to meet their demands. We just would require more in return.
Oh, so renegotiating the deal.
Indeed.
Ah, I see. Well,
If we are to fulfill their demands, then we will perhaps have to renege on other arrangements we had before, renegotiate all contracts. But if they're willing to provide more via payment or otherwise, then we could accommodate them.
I see. And any other options for jobs?
Not at this time that aren't in hand.
And is this urgent matter? Must we leave immediately, or will we have enough time for my team and I to deliberate on which job we want to pursue?
I just assume that picking one of these sort of assignments would fill the time that it will take to get an audience with the Marquis as well as the Archsmith on these matters that you have created for me. So I am merely trying to use the time that you all will have available before our negotiation with the Druids. Sort of a best use of time while waiting around.
Should we take some time? Think it over.
If we would give us maybe a day, and we'll return on the morrow.
By all means, take your rest of the day and come back with your answer.
Very well. It was a pleasure doing business with you.
Of course. I look forward to the things that we could continue to succeed with together.
I too.
Indeed.
As our business shall blossom together, and perhaps a cordial friendship.
I certainly hope so. Now, if you don't mind, I have other things to attend to.
Of course, your high priestess, we shall make our leave.
During those conversations, Taj, were you going to do anything with that key now? Or were you going to wait until a later time?
I was like when they were like getting heated and whatnot,
Sure.
like hoping to like take it, like go in the safe, take whatever I could, close the safe, and then like drop the key back without anybody noticing and being none the wiser kind of vibe.
Sure. What I will say amongst all of that is just make a stealth roll for me as you're trying to open up this safe and have him not hear it.
I do have inspiration, so I'm gonna use that.
Go for it.
I get to add 17.
17. I will say that with a 17, you are able to be quiet enough to sort of crack this safe open while they're in the conversation negotiating, and open it up and take a peek what's inside there. I will have you make an investigation roll for me.
Hold on, I rolled really well. I need to do simple math, which I'm not good at. 23.
23. So you crack this open. It seems like maybe you've done this a time or two. You're well versed at sort of doing some skullduggery, and you crack the safe open and enough to sort of peer inside, and you can see that there are a couple of like maybe religious sort of symbols, maybe like a necklace for some like finer regalia he has to wear that's like jewel encrusted, and it's sort of a medallion that has the symbol of the lightsmith on it. There's a smaller sort of leather bag towards the back, and then there's quite a few like pieces of parchment with things on them that look like either reports, contracts, other stuff. And I will say you'll have to make a choice of what you want to grab, if anything, as you're sort of trying to do all this while they're having a conversation while he's distracted.
Do I only get to pick one, or can I like how are you allowing me to? Because like
What
I
are
was
you
gonna say,
interested in?
so I'll take the, like, if I could, like the leather bag,
Okay.
and then like 2 pieces of paper.
Sure, that's you can do that very easily. So you grab the small leather bag in the back, pocket that, and roll me a D100.
I have one of those. Hold on.
Yeah, you do. You have an actual one.
Oh, like a big old one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled it for Vin.
Mm-hmm.
61.
61. So you grab the papers, and I'll let you know what they are after you leave, as I'm assuming you're not going to take the time to look through them while you're
No.
pilfering
Like,
around in his safe.
I'm just like taking a couple pieces of paper, like
Yep.
I'll read it later kind of
Perfect.
thing.
So you grab them, you shut the safe. I'll use your same stealth roll for that, and then just make another sleight of hand check to put that key back in his pocket. I think that's what you were going to do, what you mentioned.
Yeah. I guess, like, would anyone kind of know what I was doing to give me advantage or anything?
You're invisible. There's no way.
Shit.
His passive
Right.
perception is going to be lower because he is engaged in a conversation with someone. That's really
Yeah.
what it's going to be against.
You said it's sleight of hand.
Yep.
13.
A 13. Since he's distracted, that's gonna be enough.
Oh, thank goodness.
So you're slipping this key back into his pocket in his robe, and you're sort of like gently putting it down. You think you've reached the bottom, and you let go, and you feel it fall a couple inches. As you pull your hand away and kind of back up, and he's in the conversation. He just mindlessly like reaches his hand down in his pocket, feels the key is in there, and then keeps talking. So it's one of those things that like, oh, is someone trying to take my shit? Oh no, it's still there. Okay, I'm good.
And then I'll like walk out of the room and then like come back in regular, like I'll go back to the bathroom and like, and then, well, I guess it just kind of wears off. So
It's an hour, but you can either let it wear off or you can choose to
disable
stop
it or
concentrating on
whatever.
it. Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I'll choose to disable it in the bathroom, like in a stall, or like I don't know, just like people saw me come in but no one saw me come out kind of vibe, you know. So like
Yeah.
like I'll just like go to a stall and then like disable it and walk out and go to the room, and I'll be like, oh sorry, I got lost. Are we done here?
It seems so. Glad of you to join us.
Mm,
Let me know your answer in the morning tomorrow, Azric, and the rest of you. I will be here.
Yes. Very good.
Look at Azric like, you'll have to fill me in. And then without really knowing like what the vibe of the conversation is, like I look at him and I'm like, I look forward to doing business with you.
As do I.
Mm.
All right, team. It appears that we have some thinking to do, but let us celebrate.
Hi.
Job well done. All right. We'll see you on the morrow, High Priest.
Of course.
And I like run my fingers like in like as I like turn around like on his desk, you know, as I'm like walking away, you know, and then just kind of like turn and yeah.
Very well. One
Peter's
moment,
still just.
please. So as you are walking out, you sort of take a peek inside the brown leather bag that you swiped, and you can see that there are 7 gems inside of it.
Mm.
There are 3 translucent green gems, 2 opaque orange gems, and 2 smoky gray gems. As far as the value of each, you'll have to go and, you know, just to like a jeweler or someone to get them appraised if you wanted to sell them, but you've got them.
Cool.
Okay. So back into the city proper. So when you walk out, Samuel's like, I'm gonna stay here and talk to the high priest for a little bit, but you guys did a really great job, and looking forward to work with you in the future. Have a good day.
All right, Samuel. Blessed be sunlight, whatever. Yes.
Take care of yourself, lad.
Right, I will. All right, see you later. And
Don't forget, you owe us a crafted item.
Oh yeah, okay. And you are back on the city streets of Linares. Completing your quest, you all level up
Yeah.
to level 4.
I would also
Nice.
like to add, Max, that one of my flaws is I can't resist swindling people who are more powerful than me.
Perfect. I'll get an inspiration for that then.
Thank you.
So I will say, just so I keep track of those gems, the ones that you got from that bag, they're going to be worth 50 gold pieces apiece.
Each, okay.
That's the ones from the bag, because I'm going to forget these later on. And then the gems that you found in the volcano are worth 10 gold pieces apiece. So just write that down somewhere so I won't forget it. But I think that that's a good place to go ahead and call it for this evening, for this session tonight. So one thing that I would like to do, though, is if you all are going to level up to level 4, since we all agreed that we're going to roll for HP, let's all go ahead and roll for HP.
Okay.
And
Can you refresh me how wizard rolls for HP?
we'll do it individually, so we'll be able to tell who's doing what.
Because I'm like, I have no idea what's happening.
And Bun, if you're still listening and you want, you can just roll it and just tell me. You can type it in chat, so you can participate too. So we'll start with Azric. You can go ahead and roll for your HP, and your hit die is a D8.
Fantastic. Because I rolled an 8, baby.
Oh boy! So
Yeah.
max HP for you when you level up. Azric gets an 8. Very nice. Let me write these down so I don't forget, just in case.
gonna need it because I don't have any AC.
Hey, whose fault is that?
It's mine.
Let's go over to Cooter now. Cooter, you have also a D8, so let me know what you roll.
So do I go to like manage character levels and then do that stuff later?
I can
'Cause
help
there's
you with
also
I can help you with that
managed-
afterwards.
Okay,
We'll just roll
cool.
for now, and then
So I
we
just
can math
roll.
it later. Yeah. Just let me know what your roll is.
Okay. D8, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 4.
A 4. All right. I was worried for you because it sounded like this digital dice were out to get you.
Oh, they are. I'm literally gonna go completely after this.
All righty. Hayden, you also have a D8.
Yeah. Okay. I will roll that then. Let's see. I got an 8.
Oh
Hey.
shit.
Yes. 8.
Hayden with the 8. And yeah, I'll check for you, Bun. We'll do Taj's and we'll check for you in the stream. So Taj, yours is a D6 as a wizard. So just let me know, Taj, what you roll on a D6. You have to. We're all rolling this campaign. We all agreed.
Oh wait, what? I'm doing what now? Sorry,
roll a
I was shaking my
D6?
head at chat, being silly.
I thought you were like, I'm not rolling. I'm not doing it.
I
No,
thought you were
you're
like,
No,
rolling
no,
for HP.
I fully tuned you out. I'm so sorry. A 5.
A 5. Very nice.
There you go.
Get to
And
add
then
anything? Is it 5 plus 2 or?
we'll cover that in a second. We don't have to do that
Okay.
on live. Just more of the fun rolling stuff. And then Bun, you also have a D8 if you just want to roll and put it in the chat.
I rolled a 7.
Oh, did she?
Yep.
Let me
Yep.
see it. Oh, yep, it is. Yep, you got a 7. Damn, nice rolls, everybody. Nice rolls, very nice. I think you were all either at average or above, so can't complain about that. But with that being said, I think that we should just go ahead and call it for the evening here. Unless you all want to do a poll for inspiration, I think you got your reward enough from leveling up and getting HP, so we can do that.
I
Alright.
also
Fair
can't
enough.
get any more inspiration because
Yeah.
you gave it to me.
You got to
so.
use that stuff. Yeah, but you can't
Well,
now because I just
I
gave
did.
it to
I
you.
did
but
use
yeah,
it and I refilled. So
you did. Very nice. So, with that being said, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Please go check out our YouTube if you haven't yet. We're trying to get the watch hours for monetization. We got a lot of cool stuff out there, so go peruse. There's some good things out there. And with that being said, make sure to go over and check out everyone's individual things. Where's my button for this? Get your shit together, Max. Where is it?
Well,
It's a
while
few-
Max
bro,
is doing while Max is doing that, thank you all who are following and rating the channel and all that stuff. We see all the
Yeah.
alerts, but we are in full immersion mode when we play. But we see it also. We appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
yeah. Thanks
And
for the
welcome
raids, the
new people.
follows.
Welcome on in. Hi.
Yeah. Thank you so very much. Thank you so much for speaking that out. So if you want to come hang out, interact with us, our Monday night session and our Tuesday streams, we fully interact with chat. They're just podcasts and art streams, so come hang if you want. But Friday nights are serious D&D, which I think is what.
And Max, if people join late and they didn't get the whole sesh, how can they watch it or find it later?
Well, I'm glad that you asked because after our session is ended, you can go out to YouTube and rewatch the live stream, but and go watch the VODs and stuff. But you can also go out on Tuesdays. We do an edited version on YouTube, so you don't have to sit through all of the beginning timer and don't have to sit through like the break in the middle. And also our podcast drops on Tuesday. But if you want your caches and catch-ups and you want it now, and you couldn't make it for the live stream, just go check out our Patreon because you can get early access to that podcast stuff too. So a lot of different ways if you wanna find our stuff, it's all out there.
Yeah, it's my caches and cantrips, and I want it now.
Amazing. But anyway, Thanks so much, everybody, and have a fantastic evening. And we will see you all on Monday for Tome of Knowledge. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.